Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're safe and well. Woodsy here, and today we're going to be looking at the Pawnshop Co. Nikesb Dunk High. So, got the little one with me today. Had a little allergic reaction. Her face went all puffy, so I am keeping a close eye on her, bless her. Now, the Pawnshop Co. Nikesb Dunk High. Now, when they first released images online, it wasn't screaming out to me. It wasn't making me go, oh, I need this pair, because it is a very basic looking pair. Now, when it came closer to release, you see images on feet, you see the details, you see the materials used, you get obviously more excited about them. And I was very excited to get this pair, mainly because it fits with the aesthetic that I really like when it comes to a Nikesb Dunk, because it is very low key, majority black. It's got that white and black sole, and it also has the old school outer sole as well. So you've got no squishy Nikesb shield on it. But I'm going to say the sort of like things I didn't like about it straight away, just so we got them out of the way, and then we could talk about the shoe itself. So there was a few quality control issues when it came to this pair, and I think it is because of the type of leather, and it is also just down to Nike doing mass-produced products and not really checking the quality control that well. And the main one that really did annoy me was the massive indent in the left toe box. Now, it wasn't along the lines where you'd normally crease your shoe, it was down the wrong way, and it really stood out. And I know you're going to say you're going to skate your pair, you're going to trash them, you're going to wear them anyway, and you're going to get that naturally. But when you've paid £115 for a pair, brand new, it's not chump change, and you want them to be a good standard, and then you want to put your own dents, your own scratches, your own creases, your own wear, your own aging to them yourself. So that was one of the main annoying factors when it comes to this pair, especially because I got pictures from other people that had the same problem, and also people told me that their friends had the same problem. So it's obviously a problem that went with this release, with these pairs, and yeah, I just found that a little bit annoying. Now, the scratches and the sort of like weird wrinkles and stuff like that that came with the shoe already, I had this like weird sort of like indent crinkle. I think that's just because obviously it is a smooth, firm leather. You're going to really see scratches quickly, so I'm not that bothered about that, but obviously it is still a little bit tedious, especially when it's a brand new pair out of the box. To the shoe itself. Now, Pawnshop Co. is owned by Anthony Piscopo, if I've pronounced that right. I very much doubt it, but yeah, Anthony Piscopo, and his son Donavon. Now, in the skate promo video for this, Donavon does some absolutely epic skating, and it is probably one of the most enjoyable Nikesb promotional videos I have watched in a long time. And I love the fact that it's really showed the community as well. You've got Lance Mountain in there, and that leads me on to the special boxes. So there was two special boxes for this release. One was yellow and black, and it had almost like that parlory sort of like pinstripey sort of feel to it. And then there was the other box, which I'm pretty sure has graphic or images that Lance Mountain has done himself, which is really cool that that's tied in. And yeah, all the promotional, all the sort of like backbone and heart to the actual release is amazing. I wasn't able to get the special box release. This was more of obviously a local release, and obviously that's in America, so I wasn't able to, but I was able to obtain the retail pair, which comes in a striped quick stripe box. On the label it states Nikesb Dunk High OG quick stripe black metallic gold. Now, I went for a half size up. Because normally when it comes to the highs, I go true to size, but recently I wore my black Oskis, which I actually have in a size 10, and the material obviously is more of a supple suede or nubuck, but also because it was a larger size, it was just so much more comfortable. So I've actually gone for the size that I go with when I get lows. So I'm a 9.5 in lows, and now I'm going to go for a 9.5 when it comes to highs. Got these from Board at Southsea, a great little skate shop, so always support them. I will link their website down below. And they delivered them really fast. I've been a bit slow with the review, but they did a really quick job at getting these delivered, so thank you, Board. To the shoe itself, so As I said, one of the details on this pair that I really like is the fact they've got this old school sole on the bottom, so you haven't got your squishy Nikesb shield, but you've got this nice black outer sole, and then you've got a white midsole with black stitching. And I feel like, well, whether it's got black stitching or not, I really like the white and black midsoles and soles. I think it is such a classic, easy to wear pair, and it just always looks iconic. The upper is this really hard feeling, smooth black leather. It has a really tough feel to it, and these are supposed to almost be themed on a work boot, and it really does stand out as a work boot, because this, I don't know whether it is a really nice firm good quality leather or whether it's just a plasticky leather. Over time you will tell, but it's definitely going to need some breaking in. So yeah, you've got all black upper in this leather that is really smooth, but on the toe box and on the swooshes you have this black paint that can either be scraped off, acetoned off, worn off slowly, or even sandpapered off to show this almost like suede-y nubuck material underneath, which is the same colour as the sock liner, this sort of bronzy browny beige, and I think it looks really nice with that worn away. It does look absolutely epic. And then you've got small little details in gold as well, so you've got the wings on the actual wings, and then you've got this stitching in gold on the back of the heel. You've got this gold little metal hole, which also leads me to another thing that was a little bit tedious. So you think of quite a lot of these materials on here being premium, and it's a really nice touch that you've got that metal, almost like tunnel stretcher looking piece on there, but when you put the laces through, you find that there's sort of like still sharp edges of metal in the inside of both pairs on mine, and you just heard this noise, and I thought that the laces were going to have it absolutely mashed up, because especially with oval laces, they snag really easily. So what I had to do is I got the end of a teaspoon and just like scraped away and smoothed out the inside, which was another annoying thing, that it just wasn't finished like that, and it could have absolutely mashed up my laces. So yeah, but it's nice detail. You've got the metal eyelets on there as well in black through the rest of the lace holes, and then you've got these oval black laces. Now it's got oval black laces stock, didn't come fully laced, which is interesting as well, and then you get boot light laces with metal on the tips as well, and then these like bronzy browny khaki almost oval laces again with the metal tips. Now I really like this pair, but I'm not overly keen on the boot looking laces. They're just not for me on this pair. I like either the black that comes stock or the other oval laces. On the front of the tongue, you've got this Carhartt black material. I love when they put this sort of canvasy, hard wearing, almost like Carhartt material on the front, so really nice as well on that. Bronzy piping around that tongue, and then you have a leather tongue tag with gold Nikesb and Pawnshop, and on the back of the tongue it states Pawnshop Skate Co, the location, and then old soul. So it's just saying that they have an old school background in skateboarding, which is really nice. That same colour as the sock liner on the back of the tongue in that nice sort of like towel-like material. And yes, to the other detail that I really liked on this pair is the sock liner. It is this very soft feeling suede, very nice movement to it, material. Feels really nice, has a really plush look to it, and also because it is a little bit textured, it should help with these sort of like gripping on your heel and staying in place. And yeah, I really liked that detail on this pair. To the insoles, so you've got black insoles on the left, you've got Nikesb in white, and then on the right you've got Pawnshop Co and their logo. Overall, a solid pair, quite literally a solid pair, and it would be really interesting to see how these wear in over time, and whether that material is actually good or whether it is just a plasticky material. Now David, who has started his skateboarding journey, it's really interesting to watch on Instagram, actually sent me a picture of him, well, his pair after he'd skated them for the day, and you can really see the creasing on it. They're really noticeable, and it will be really interesting to see how these age over time. I really liked all the promotional images of them once they were battered and skated in and really worn in. They looked a lot better in my opinion, and they actually reminded me of the Magnus Walker pair, because that pair looks really good once you've worn it in. Obviously that had cracked, more supple leather, and this has a very stiff, smooth leather, very contrasting materials and colours. Obviously that was white and this is black, but it's one of those pairs I feel like will look better with age. And I might even do a solid month of wearing these to see what they look like after a month. If anyone's interested, put it in the comments and I might do it. But if not, yeah, it just will be interesting to see how they age over time. All in all, a solid pair. It's nice to have an obtainable pair as well, and a very easy, clean looking pair to grab if you want to grab them, to skate them, to wear them, to store them, to rock another day when they have been forgotten about. But yeah, overall, pretty sweet. And yeah, if you haven't watched the skate video that goes with this release from Nikesb, I will link it down below because it is definitely worth watching. Now I'm going to go do the lace swaps and the on feet. And yeah, thank you for watching. That's it from me. That's it from this little one. It's Woodsy out.